Well, good evening. Awesome twin flames out there. This is Dagmar going live tonight on Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and to do a live Q&A with you guys. So, if anybody's out there and would like to ask some questions about twin flames, that'd be awesome. I'd love to answer them. We'll wait a few minutes to see if anybody comes on. We're doing this for 30 minutes till about 7 o'clock. So if you are on, if you have questions about twin flames, please, put your comment in there and let me know what they are. And hope you guys had a wonderful day. I'm here speaking from Colorado. We've had amazing weather out here. It's been kind of warm but overcast, but very nice. I love the sort of overcast days sometimes. They're beautiful. Anyway, my name is Dagmar, and I am a spiritual healer and teacher and author and speaker. And I'm specialized in twin flames, helping twin flames on their twin flame journey. I've done lots of different healings with twin flames out there over the course of the last 13 years. It's been a phenomenal journey for me. It's, I can't even begin to tell you the amount of shifts and to the positive that, a good healing can make. And I'm looking to do more. And I'm also looking to teach those of you who are waking up to their spiritual gifts and would like to learn quantum healing and past life regression and how to really do some of the deeper down soul work that causes some tremendous shifts within a person as well as their reality and so forth. I can teach you, quite a bit. So I have an entire program designed to help teach you on that. So let's see. We don't have anybody out there yet. Okay. So we'll see if we get some visitors today or not. I just recently started this YouTube channel for the Twin Flames. And trying to figure all that good jazz out as to how to create some subscriptions and how to engage people. And I'm basically here to help you guys to offer you services, my advice, my insight into the soul, and how to find your peace with your twin flame, because I know that it can be quite the turmoil. And I met my twin flame back in 2005, and it was quite the journey it set me on. Prior to that, I actually wasn't involved in the spiritual field at all. And so my twin flame literally, spiritually woke me up. It was funny because he was actually kind of doing that by knocking on my bedroom window 2 a.m. in the morning, drunk out of his ass, waking me up. So, but it's just that whole experience kind of forced me into the spiritual field. I went to see a shaman, after that, because I wasn't sure quite what was happening. There was such an intensity there and what this man wanted in my life. And, he triggered some fear with me. And at the same time, I felt so intensely drawn to him. It was just, surreal. I never experienced anything like it. And I know there's people out there who don't believe in twin flames. And, it's unfortunate, but, if you haven't experienced it, it's hard to believe it. I mean, it's hard to believe when you are experiencing it, much less if you have not experienced the twin flame relationship, and so it was so bizarre, out of the ordinary, my experience with my twin flame, that I started questioning everything and went to see a shaman because I actually questioned even myself. I was wondering if I had a death wish or something with this guy that, had a criminal record, pages long, and was somehow after my ass, and I didn't know what he wanted. And he was doing it in such a peculiar way where he was knocking on my bedroom window at 2 a.m. in the morning, drunk out of his ass, after I told him to stay away. And so it was quite the bizarre experience. I actually ended up calling the cops and FBI on him and all kinds of stuff. And I didn't know what was happening, and I was deathly afraid for a while there. While at the same time, I was so freaking drawn to him that, I thought, oh my God, what is wrong with you, Dagmar? So it was definitely quite out of the ordinary, and I was actually inspired or prompted by Spirit to write a whole book about it. And so I did. It took me about 10 years to publish the book, to properly write it, because there was so much, when you're going through stuff, that when you start writing it down, there's just so much stuff there that you have to process first. And then once you process it, you have to kind of go over it again and just, probably cut out quite a bit of stuff just to make it readable for people. So, I did all that. It took me about 10 years to, do all of that. But yeah, I did. I finally published a book. I think it was in 2013 I published it. And yeah, it's been quite a journey ever since I met my twin flame. But I gained so much insight to twin flames, to relationship in general. And it's been quite phenomenal. I've been able to improve a lot of relationships out there with the kind of healing that I do, and reconciling on a soul level. And it's been phenomenal. I often wondered, because sometimes you get stuck in these relations, and I'm talking not just twin flames, but other relationships. You get stuck in these patterns. And, so you're fighting and you are repeating these patterns, and what you're fighting about isn't really what you're fighting about. It's all that underlying stuff that you can't see that you're really fighting about. And so you just, keep repeating these things, because on a soul level, we're not processing them. And so with the healing work that I do, I can help you get out of that pattern. I can help you move out of that constant same old crapola pattern that you experience. And it doesn't matter if you leave one person, you'll go to the next and you have the same pattern, because it all, carries with you. And so I've learned a lot about relationships, and including twin flames, from the actual twin flame relationship, and what makes us tick and all that good jazz. So I do consider myself quite an expert on that, because I've helped everybody that walks through my door. I help them find some peace with their twin flame, as well as possibly also bring them closer to that twin flame, depending on what your purpose is also, with your twin flame. Sometimes our purpose isn't to wind up in union like popular opinion out there, talks about. Sometimes we have other purposes here. Boy, it is quite warm today, actually. It feels a bit on the muggy side, but anyway, so yeah, I ran across an interesting question, actually, this last, week, I guess, if you will. Somebody posed a question asking about the sign, the numeric numbers 1111. It's a twin flame number. I knew that. But what does it actually mean? Well, I had to go online to kind of look up the meaning of 1111 beyond just it's a twin flame number. And there's quite a bit of information out there. But one thing that really struck me and resonated with me was it said that that you can manifest yourself. You can now manifest yourself with the 1111. And which really resonated with me. And I was thinking, it has such a dual meaning, because when you talk about manifesting yourself, you have actually attracted or manifested your twin flame, right, into your present time. I mean, you drew them there. That's why they're there. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there, right? So here, your twin flame is yourself, right, is your soul, or the other part of your soul. So really, you manifested yourself. And the other meaning of manifesting yourself is this, that your twin flame is really aiding in the process of your own healing and growth. Well, what does that mean? That means every time, and when I talk healing, I'm specifically referring to resolving your unresolved past. Usually that deals with some kind of a pain, like either emotional pain, physical, mental pain, right? We have all kinds of different pains. But whatever we don't fully process or digest becomes this unresolved business hanging out with us. And so that's the kind of pain I'm talking about. And it kind of is sort of a clutter to the soul. And we actually carry it over from other lifetimes, because I've done many healings from past lives that of unresolved pain, basically, including my own. And so we do carry that on a soul level from lifetime to lifetime. And, so when I talk about healing, I'm actually referring specifically to the reconciliation of these unresolved experiences to fully digest them, because they present a clutter to your soul. And when you actually properly heal that, right, you're cleansing your soul, so to speak, of this clutter, because you're properly integrating it now, right? And it helps you in your growth process. And also what it helps you do is align actually with your true self. Because quite often when we have a lot of clutter on our soul, it kind of keeps us from, hearing ourselves, or, the deeper part of us, that's the soul purpose, the desire, what we really want, and so forth, because we're so busy with this chitter chatter in the back of our, clutter. And so, yes, I mean, it can definitely help us declutter the soul, and thus align more with our true self. So when we're talking about the statement that I read online with the 1111, you can now manifest yourself. That's what your twin flame, in essence, is helping you do, because they present the mirror to you, and so that you can see what these unresolved experiences are within you, where there is needed a healing. And because there's such a force in your life, and they are such a unconditional love in your life, it's hard to get away from them. And it kind of forces you to, into this space of between a wall and a hard rock, where you just almost don't have an option but to resolve some of these issues that you're carrying. And thus, it's helping you, wake up spiritually. They're helping you with the healing process, manifesting more of the true self you are. They're helping you grow and blossom into the flower that you're actually meant to be. And so your twin flame is doing all of these things for you by being there and triggering you and mirroring stuff to you that feels sometimes very, very uncomfortable. But that's okay, because those uncomfortable spots are those precise spots that sometimes, we need to look at and heal, so that we can become the person we really are meant to be, and achieve the things we might desire on a deeper level that we couldn't otherwise, And, sometimes we set these goals to achieve certain things, to want things, whether it is freedom in our lives or a certain lifestyle we desire, or, but we fail to understand that we have to become that person that can sustain that, and sometimes in the moment we are not that person yet. And so we have to grow into it. We have to go through whatever growing pains and resolutions of our inner self, or reintegration of our unresolved stuff, in order to become that person that we're meant to be, more of really who we already are. But all these unresolved experiences, pain experiences in our past, are preventing us from being there. They're the ones that are causing all the fear. They're the ones that cause all the worries in our life. They're the ones that keep us stuck. They're the ones that keep us stuck in patterns within in our relationships that we don't like, that we keep repeating. And, so if you don't know and don't understand how to do this inner work on your own, I have designed an entire program that includes every budget and every possible how fast you might want to go with this, and learning ability of how to do healings on yourself, to teach you how to do that, or you can just have some private sessions with me. I've put together a number of programs to help any individual in any situation pretty much to take advantage and to learn how to shift that energy and how to move forward and experience those quantum healings and quantum shifts and leaps, I guess, if you will, and also the past life regressions. There is so much to learn about yourself. It's incredible. And when you start delving into past lives and who you've been in other lives, there is nothing like that gives you some tremendous understanding of yourself and who you are. I mean, through the process of meeting my twin flame, I pretty much, at some point after working with the shaman, I started actually remembering my past lives with my twin flame. And the most recent ones anyway, and the ones that we actually came together to heal. And, if you're interested in this journey that I was on, and, the book, it's called Meeting My Twin Flame. You can get it on Amazon, or you can get it on my website, which is thespiritualhealer.info, info. And look under products, and you can order it right there, or you can go on Amazon. But I talk about the correlation in there between the present time we were in and what we were doing to basically energetically recreate our past lifetimes. It was phenomenal because it was, one of them was when I drowned, and it was very fascinating. I was communicating with my twin flame at the time, and while he was actually in jail, believe it or not. And so we had a communication going. We're writing letters, and I came to visit him every so often. And interestingly enough, I actually told him about, what I was discovering, what I was remembering and stuff. And he goes, "And you can't swim, can you?" And I said, "No, I can swim in this lifetime. I couldn't in the past lifetime." So he was actually remembering himself in the past lifetime that I couldn't swim. And that's the reason why I drowned. We were kids, both of us back then. And it was an accident, but he had tremendous guilt around it. And I remember when I went back into that pain memory, it's like I had such grief over our separation in the way it happened in terms of my death. And as I was actually moving away as a spirit, from the scene, that's the scene I actually had in my memory. And, not being able to talk to him as he was leaning over my body, my dead body. And it just caused me such sadness, to see him in such pain over my body and not being able to do anything about it. It was incredible. And I must have used up an entire hanky box during that particular healing session as I was actually going back into this pain memory and remembering it. And it was absolutely incredible. And we have those memories. We have those memories of our past lifetimes. We just have chosen to forget them in this lifetime. And it's a question of actually learning how to reconnect with them. I have had because the veil is so thin right now. I've had no problems with people in terms of seeing their past lifetimes. They go into them, they tell me whatever scene they're talking about as if it happened yesterday. And it's absolutely phenomenal. So there is no time like right now, actually, to engage in your own healing, in healing some of this unresolved stuff from the past, especially your past lifetimes, including your present time. And, you are more than ever right now supported in doing so. So anyway, if you would like any kind of help with that, I'm here for you. This is my calling. This is why my twin flame woke me up, is to be of service to you and to help you on your journey. So if you need that help, I wish that you would reach out and to me, and I'll be able to help you. It's a profession for me, and I make a living off of it, but I am here to basically help you in your journey. And I've gotten very good at it. So anyway, looks like we've got about 10 more minutes or 9 more minutes left. So if there's anybody out there who still would like to answer some questions, I'd be happy to do that. Looks like we haven't gotten any participants today, which is okay. I plan on doing this more. Hopefully I'll be doing this. I'm going to be trying to do this every Thursday at 6:30. And, hopefully maybe if you catch the rerun of this video, you can come and join me next Thursday. And that would be, next Thursday would be 23rd of May at, again, 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. And, if you have questions about your situation with your twin flame, about twin flames in general, trying to understand what's happening, I'll be happy to answer those during this live Q&A. It's I'm doing it for like a half an hour here. So anyway, I hope you come on and join me next Thursday. I would love to hear from you. And, it's quite the phenomenal journey. One other, we still have a few minutes here. So one of the other questions that actually came across my desk, if you will, this last week is, again, with the, 1111 number. Why is it that her twin flame was always with the other woman when she sees 1111, and was reminded of basically her twin flame when he was with the other woman? Now, mind you, in terms of what resonated with me was that you can now manifest yourself. Again, has to do with healing, aligning with the true self, right? In the case of her situation of the twin flame being with the other woman, I would, say that it has to do with her being reminded of that there perhaps was another woman in a past lifetime. And that maybe it has to do with betrayal, that she has to heal that portion of it. So, that's an interesting sort of thing with our twin flames. I actually had experienced that with my twin flame as well, his betrayal. And I had to do a tremendous amount of healing around that. There was definitely some pain there that I still haven't fully resolved at that time. And so what happens is you're then recreating that scenario with your twin flame, including your twin flame perhaps being with the other woman. And so if it's causing some pain on your end, then it would behoove you to look into actually healing or resolving whatever past situation there was where something similar had occurred energetically. And so quite often when you resolve that, everything goes back to happy hunky-dory, and your twin flame will stop doing whatever he's doing, But if it's a situation where he actually is, in another marriage or something, then, it still can be resolved on your end where you will find peace within yourself about it. it may not mean necessarily that he will leave the marriage. So it depends on the situation. But that's another question that came across my desk this last week. So I thought I'd kind of answer it out there since we don't have any visitors yet today. And so let's see. I am also looking for people who would like to participate in my program that I designed to basically help you heal. And, I have this coming Monday, a live healing demonstration that I'll be doing for people who are participating in this program. There's actually a couple of live healing demonstrations, part of it during a month, as well as some guided healing meditation videos that you can watch to help you do some healings on your own. And it starts out for as low as $60 a month to be able to start, working on yourself and participate in the process of healing with quantum healing and past life regressions, and start learning and actually experiencing it on yourself. So I'm looking for some people who are interested in doing that. I have some spaces available. And so if that, interests you, and there's, other ones out there, memberships that are a little bit higher priced, which include them private sessions with me as well, and so forth, depending on your goals. So if some of this quantum healing interests you and you would like to go further than just doing a private session with me, where you would like to actually learn more for yourself and utilize it on yourself at some point, please connect with me through my website again. It's at thespiritualhealer.info. And let me know that you have interest, and I'd be happy to, get onto like a Zoom video conference call with you and give you 30 minutes of you can chat with me about it, see what your goals are, see what, your interests are, and what would fit you best. So anyway, I hope you get in touch. And, or if you just would like some healings with me and, get unstuck in your journey, find peace with your twin flame around what's happening there, I'd be happy to help you with that. And looks like we're coming to an end of our 30-minute session here. So if you're rewatching this, I hope you will join me next Thursday. And, you can give me the live questions that you may have. I'd be happy to answer them. As I'm saying, I'm here for you. This is my life's calling. This is my life's passion, is to be able to help you on your journey with your twin flame, and help you also with the whole ascension process, the biggest energetic shift we're all moving through right now. And, part of that is really important for us to do some of these healings, some of this integration of the unresolved stuff, because that's what's going to help us rise higher in vibration. And I'm here to help with that as well. So otherwise, I hope you have yourself a wonderful evening, Thursday evening, and hope you're doing something fun tonight. And I will see you perhaps next week.